Teresa. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, since I made donuts in the last video, today I'm going to make some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And you know, I always say, like, you really have to add some flavor to them. I'm going to show you my favorite way to cook them that's not in the Instant Pot. And it's very easy and delicious. And it's so versatile. You could use the chicken for many things. Anyway, so let's get started. Okay, I'm only using 2 chicken breasts. And if you can see them close up, one is thicker than the other, so the cooking time's made different. I might have to take one out. The first thing I do, I buy the chicken breast that you have to trim, because if you buy them already trimmed, to me it's way overpriced. But I'm going to marinate them in this. It's not too smoky. It gives it a nice flavor. You could use it on pizza. You can use it in like an Alfredo sauce, a salad. You can make a chicken salad with it. We just like it. Barbecue for sure. It's very good on the grill. But when my husband's not here, I bake it in the oven. Now you could do it in the Instant Pot, but sometimes I don't like the texture. I want a different texture. But what I do is I put a little bit of this first. I find the mesquite's just not enough flavor for me. And it's in the afternoon, so this will be able to marinate for a little while. So I don't put a lot. This is less salt, more spice. And I just like the little touch of red pepper. And you could use a little black pepper or onion powder, any seasoning you like, your favorite all-purpose seasoning. And I also, because you know we're addicted to garlic, I also add just a little garlic powder. You don't have to do that. And sometimes I do put some black pepper. I'll be honest with you, you could even cook them like this and they're good. But I like the way the marinade taste. So that's a little black pepper. I didn't say them. I just decided to add that at the last minute. And I'm gonna flip them over, season both sides. I always season both sides of my meat. And you can put a little, I can't talk today. Some of it's gonna come off in the marinade, but a lot of it's gonna stick to the chicken. So don't worry about that. So let's just sprinkle a little bit more. I'm trying to sprinkle a little bit less on the thin one. I wish I had the same size. I buy the big pack, and the other one we made fried rice, but a different kind of fried rice. We made it very saucy. It was so good. Ella made the sauce. Ella is very good at making that Asian sauces. And we have some more coming. We have different ingredients we're going to try, but we kind of get stuck on our favorite ingredients, and then you can use it in a lot of dishes. Anyway, I showed that dish on my on my donut video. I showed y'all what we were eating for supper. So that's all I do for the seasoning. So I always have, this is my favorite little glass bowl. And this is a lot of marinade probably for just 2 chicken breasts, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. I tried a flavor called Smoky Habanero, and that one was really, really good. I cannot find it again. So I'll just empty it in here, in this bowl. And then all you need is a 1/4 cup of water and a 1/4 cup of oil. And I'm going to use, you could use olive oil. I'm going to use canola oil because I'm trying to empty a container today. And you could even add a little vinegar if you wanted to give it a little tang. So I just mix this really well. Let me show you what it looks like. You can see there's some herbs in there. And you could also put your own herbs if you wanted. If you like a lot of herbs, you could add some. But it's a little smoky, but not overly smoky. It's just, I really like it. And you can make your own marinade. I like some of those McCormick Grill Mates. Not all of them. I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. You could put it in a bowl so you don't waste a Ziploc bag. I'm just being lazy today. And the longer you marinate, the best. The instructions say at least 30 minutes. And I'm just gonna pour it in this bag. Put that in the sink. I usually have 3, but it's only Ella and I, so this goes really well with a little barbecue sauce to make barbecue chicken pizza. It's a really, really good seasoning for that. And then I just kind of mix it up in the bag. And then I usually set it on a plate or something and put it in the refrigerator. I'm gonna marinate it for about an hour today. Most of the time I marinate it for a little longer, but sometimes I can't decide what I want to cook, so that's why I haven't marinated this chicken yet. Because to be honest with you, I should have made a decision and did it yesterday, but I didn't. So that's all that is. That's all there is to this. So I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll show you the next step in about an hour. Stainless steel pan to sear it first, and my oven is on 450 convection, which is kind of high because one of my chicken breasts is thin, but that's okay. And I have some olive oil in here, and I want my pan to get really, really hot. And also, you want to take your chicken out about 20 minutes. Depends on how big your chicken breasts are, because you don't want them ice cold. It's going to go really quickly. Fortunately, sometimes I'm in a hurry. But these are easy and delicious.
Look at these new oven mitts Mom got.
Yeah, the other ones were big rubber ones, and let's see, I have it on high. And this is a pot for another dish I'm gonna make. I grew up, my best friend's grandmother made, it was like a macaroni and cheese, but with spaghetti noodles. And she baked it, and when she baked it, you could just like cut pieces of it out. It was so good. So I called one of my friends that was their grandmother who had the recipe. So, and she used a whole pack of spaghetti. We're just using a little bit. So I'm kind of just guessing the amount and all that, because this is my first time making it. So anyway, I bought some spaghetti noodles, and it starts with a lot of butter, which is gonna be good. I think my pan's pretty hot. You could also do this in the air fryer. I haven't practiced, so that's why I didn't do it on video. And if you don't have convection, it's okay. Just put it on 450. The high heat keeps the sear on the chicken and cooks it pretty quickly. My stove is hot. Let me put this here. And you don't have to worry. The marinade's gonna burn a little bit on the pan, but that's okay. Just let a little bit drip off and just drip it in there. And make sure you wear an apron. It smells good already. You can decide what to eat with it. We're gonna make a pizza. Also, I wanted to tell you, when you bake this, when it's almost done, put some barbecue sauce on it, put it back in the oven. It's delicious that way too. Very hot. And I want to just say thank you so much for the comments for all my videos. The last one was the donut video. And someone told me about my volume. I'm still trying to figure out, sometimes I walk away from the phone, which is not a good idea. But also, I think sometimes I need to let it turn on for a minute once I press record. And sometimes I start talking too quickly. I probably put too much olive oil. And you can put a splatter screen on here. But you want to let it sear for a couple minutes. This is going to cook really quickly. And the way I check is with an oven thermometer. And you want it to reach at least 165. Some people go 170. And you can tell when it's ready to flip, because it won't stick. That's not brown enough. Let me turn it back over. And it makes a mess on your stove. I have it on the high burner, but I'll come back when it's ready, time to flip it. Oh, I hope you can see it good. There you go. Marinade stuff, like, I won't use cook it now. But I have this one I want to try. And let me show you. This one's good. I don't have a, this one's good as well. You could use pork, chicken. Okay, now I'm burning it a little bit, so I'm gonna flip it. You're gonna hear that sound. Just takes a couple minutes on each side. And you wanna use a pan that goes in the oven, and this one does. I really like this pan. I wish I had a bigger one, but I don't have room for any more pots. So I'm gonna let it sit for just a couple minutes, then we're gonna put it in the oven. Okay, I'm gonna turn my stove off. That's plenty of color. And I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'm gonna put it on the lower right. And I'm gonna set my timer for, 8 minutes for the small one. Early just to make sure, and I checked it and it's not quite ready yet. But yeah, it does make a mess of your pan, but look how pretty it looks. So I'm gonna put it back in the oven. And this is our, the convection oven chokes this because that marinade's burning on the pan. This is our cheese salsa we're making. And it's got lots of Velveeta, but we added a lot of other things to it, like pepper jack, mozzarella. Now I'm gonna start adding noodles. This is my first time making, so I'm not even, her measurements were for a whole pound, but I don't want to make that much, but I'll always make too much anyway. So I'll be back. The little one's cooked. Let's check the big one. See, this one's way thicker. It doesn't take long. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the small one out, because if you overcook it, it dries it out. So you want it, and the timing just depends on the size. Oh, I've really messed this pan up. Okay, this big one's not quite cooked, but it's at 142, so it won't take too much longer. Altogether, it takes between 12 and 15 minutes when you have a thick chicken breast. This is exactly at 165, so it's perfect. So you can see that. Which we don't have to be perfect, it's just, anyway. Oh, I wanted to say, like, for this pan, you put a little water in here and a little baking soda and boil it a little bit, and all this comes loose. Or sometimes I use the SOS pad. So you want to let your chicken rest. Always let it rest. Most things you let rest. If you want to keep it warm, tin it with aluminum foil. So I'm gonna let it rest for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we'll cut into one and we'll show you what it looks like and taste it. It's so good. And this knife is not very sharp. I'll use my big knife for everything. But look, let me show you the pan. Hold on. I forgot to, you can see how juicy it is. But you can see the moisture. I hope you can see the moisture. But it's I really like the addition of a little bit of seasoning you get on besides just the marinade. I find it just a little bit extra makes it really flavorful. And sometimes I like to just eat it this way. I find the Instant Pot keeps it moist and stuff, but it's just too soft sometimes. So let's take a bite. I can see how juicy it is. I hope you can see that. Mmm. Mmm. It's a lot of flavor. And if you don't want any extra sodium, you could skip the part with the Cajun seasoning I put, but I just like it. But anyway, I wanted this video to be very short, but of course it's impossible for me. But I just wanted to show, somebody asked me one time when I made a video and I used chicken, they asked me to show how I cooked it. So that's one reason I did this. Very simple, very easy, and it's delicious. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and come back and see me soon. I hope to be cooking more, and we'll let you know how the noodles, if the noodles turn out well, we'll video that too, but we're not sure. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. You're such a blessing to me, and I will see you soon on the next video. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.